Good afternoon. We are here for Fun Fact Friday. I am behind the scenes. My name's Amy Howard. Most of you know me from the Village Craftsmen, and in front of me we have Philip Howard.
Hello, everybody.
He's the owner and one of the founders of the Village Craftsmen, and he's been writing blogs and newsletters for years, and we decided this year, every Friday is our goal to do a little video about something interesting about Ocracoke. So what is it today?
Well, today we're going to talk about whelks and conchs. And when I was a kid, and as many of you know, my father was born on Ocracoke, my grandparents and so forth, but my dad moved away when he was young, so I grew up off the island. But every summer when we'd come to Ocracoke, we would find these shells on the beach. And whatever they were, we always called them conchs. And later on I discovered that technically they're not conchs, these are whelks, different types of whelks. This one is actually a conch. It's a horse conch.
Zoom in just a little bit, put it to the side so we can see what, there we go, yep.
And here's a Florida fighting conch.
We call these Florida fighting conchs.
Yeah.
And are you going to tell them the difference between whelks and conchs, or are you just going to focus on the difference between our whelks?
Well, you can help me a little bit. I'm no conchologist, but conchs are found in more southern waters, warmer waters, and whelks, what we actually find up here, these shells here are whelks. This one's called a channeled whelk.
And I'm going to zoom in on that too so you can see why it's called the channel whelk. You can see that channel right there. Very different from the other whelks.
And I guess this one's a lightning whelk, right?
Yes.
It's a lightning whelk. And this one is a knobbed whelk.
Are you going to tell us the difference between those two?
I will, but those are the whelks and these are conchs. All these shells were found right here on Ocracoke Beach. But when I was a child, we always called this a right-handed whelk. And this one was called a left-handed whelk. And later on, when I looked at shell books, they called this a left-handed whelk. And this one over here, a right-handed whelk. And I thought the books are just wrong. All my life I had known this as a right-handed whelk. And then later on I discovered...
And hold them side by side, just so, because they look very similar, but when you hold them side by side, you can see what the difference is. They're basically a mirror image of each other.
Right. And this one, which the books call a right-handed conch, they call it that because the opening is on the right as you look at it. And this one, the opening is on the left as you look at it. But on Ocracoke, this was always a right-handed conch because these conchs...
Whelks.
Whelks. We always called them conchs. These whelks, almost everybody had a couple of these on their water cistern, which was the only source of fresh drinking water. And they were used, convenient, to dip water out of the cistern.
So instead of a ladle...
Yeah, you could use a tin cup or whatever, but these were convenient because you could dip water out and they were easy to hold in your hand. And this one was one that a right-handed person would dip water with, and this is one that a left-handed person would dip water with. So on Ocracoke, this was called a left-handed conch, and this was called a right-handed conch.
Even though they're opposite and they're whelks.
I'm still going back to those old ways.
Yes, it's hard. I still interchange them too, but whelks are typically found on Ocracoke, and when you read about them, to recap, when you read about them in the shell books, what's listed as the lightning whelk or left-handed whelk in the book is going to be the Ocracoke's right-handed whelk, and what's listed as the knobbed whelk, or the right-handed whelk in the book, is going to be Ocracoke's left-handed whelk. Very confusing. There's going to be a test after this for all of us involved. One other thing we're not going to talk about now, it's going to be for another one. I just hold it up just to give a teaser. We're going to talk about how these things procreate. So just a teaser. We're not talking about it right now. Just hold it up. So
just take a look at it.
And we're going to talk about that on the next.
And this.
But that doesn't have anything to do with whelks.
I
But
know,
we're still going to talk
about
about
them
it
next time.
All right.
Okay?
Hope you learned something or have gotten thoroughly confused. And we will check back in next Friday.
Bye-bye.